by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the Sullinger, and it's Crowder in at the 4 slot.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best. He's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Irving against Thomas. Here's Bradley. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Minute into the first. Irving attacking, and the shot is good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
It's taken away by Smith. LeBron against Bradley. And it's Smith penetrating. And again, it's Cleveland.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
On defense, Cleveland. 4-point game. Thomas kicks to Crowder. And stolen by Love. And now James pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
It's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Love outside. In the corner, Irving with it. Here's the floater. Second chance shot. Love, no luck.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
Now here's Thomas. They set the pick. There's the pass to Crowder. Shot clock at 5. Smart. And again, Boston with the triple. Irving with it. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Now here's Smart. Here's Crowder. Great D that time from Love.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were close games. Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Here is Thomas. Following the basket by LeBron James and stolen by Irving. On the wing, James. Back to Irving. Sullinger against Love. Clock at 6. The screen from Thompson. Cannot hit.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And Thomas, here we go. Cavaliers with
the year was less than where you would expect it to be for a team that made the playoffs. I mean, it really gives you an idea of how many close games they played.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. And watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big 3 out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
Here's Jerebko. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now it's in and down to Doris Burke, who's in to talk with head coach Teron Lue.
Yes, Kevin, he said he doesn't want to see their offense fall into bad habits and get stagnant. He said as long as we keep moving without the ball and don't stand stand around watching the paint dry will be able to put up points. Let's see if they can keep their legs moving here tonight, guys.
Okay, Doris, appreciate the information. I think, guys, it's not the first time that shooting has been a focus for this team.
Not at all. I mean, a lot of their offensive philosophy really centers around their ability to create and take good shots.
And, of course, that's something that a lot of teams would benefit from, guys. I mean, they're looking to play a very cerebral and disciplined game today. You know, looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
.36 seconds left in the first. Johnson the screen, and it's Bradley off the drive. That evens the score.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
On the wing, Turner. James covering. And it's Turner off the drive. And that one is hammered home.
That's amazing. Down in the big boy area, powering that thing down on a much taller defender.
And Turner with the block, but they recover it. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Boston on top, up by 2. And we'll be back right after this. And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fan support in Toronto.
Almost like a soccer atmosphere. I don't know if you've been to it.
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for him. That bench has really made a nice contribution.
We've got Kevin Love. Kyrie Irving is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Smith, and it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. And slam dunk by Smart.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for they'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
Boston leading by 7. Smart passes to Thomas. Stolen by Thompson. Now Smith. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Love, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Guys, just watching Kevin Love, he brings so much to the table. But if you had to pick one thing, Clark, it might be the rebound.
I agree with you. I mean, he's not super athletic, doesn't blow you out of the water with his athleticism. But a few seasons back, this guy averaged 15 rebounds a game.
And guys, you look at what makes Love such a prolific rebounder. Great anticipation. I mean, he has the broad shoulders to create space in the paint, the strong anchor to hold his position. It's no wonder he's been a dominating force on the glass at every level since high school.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
You know, regarding Kevin Love, he had a number of difficult transitions to make last season. Most of all, perhaps on the offensive glass. He averaged less than 2 a game after averaging 3 or more a game every other season.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Dellavedova dishes to Love to end the run. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Celtics leading by 10. On the wing, Turner covered by Smith. And Turner kicks to Crowder. And again, Boston with the triple.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Dellavedova, the pass to Thompson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Here's Boston now. Big run right now going for him, 11-2.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Now here's Sullinger. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Thompson. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. And he gets it to go. 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And Clark, those steals allow you to play in the open floor.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Celtics leading by 9. Outside Thomas. Sullinger against Thompson. The 8-footer. That's short off the rim. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Smith with a wide open look. And Love throws it down.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in his sight.
Now, here's Thomas. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
How sweet was that? Thomas has terrific form.
The Cavaliers trail by 9.
And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a
gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Dishes it to Crowder. Fires for 3. That's good. Crowder's got 9 points in the quarter.
Yet another 3 for him, Kevin. He's really been draining them here in the second.
Irving against Thomas. Irving attacking. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
Now here's Thomas. D right on him. Tries it from the top of the key. Rebound by Smith. Cleveland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And it's Dellavedova missing. Celtics leading by 8. Outside Thomas. Thomas with another miss.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Here's Dellavedova looking for his first basket still in this one. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
James checked in for the Cavaliers. Johnson, he's checked in for the Celtics. Avery Bradley comes in for Marcus Smart. Love. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Love's got 4 this quarter.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Irving against Thomas. A 3-ball. Good. Thomas got 5 now.
This defense is giving their shooters free reign to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity.
And here's Smith after Isaiah Thomas made that last 3-pointer. Irving drives in and counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
For the Cavaliers, Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And Shumpert in there for Smith. And then for Boston, Kelly Olynyk comes in for Sullinger. And Jerebko is subbed in for Crowder. They get it back, and the basket by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his first basket.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Shumpert dishes to Fry. The 9-foot shot. Can't get it to go. It'll count. Shot is off. And that concludes the first half. Celtics lead by 8. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Well, Irving has simply been great. 13 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
Celtics leading by 8. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
On the court right now for the Celtics, you've got Bradley. Jared Sullinger is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Thomas, and it's Smart in at the 2-guard spot. Irving. Here's Thompson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
And, you know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play, and the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
Now, here is Irving. Isaiah Thomas unable to get his last shot to go. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Boston.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it, and credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job.
Now, here's Bradley. To the paint. Here's Smart. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Smart's got 7 points.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second move.
It's a pick by Love. Irving kicks to Love. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 7. Here's Smart. Thompson with the rebound.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Irving. Celtics also with a sub. Turner's checked in.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Celtics leading by 8. It's tipped and pushing it up. Here's Boston. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, he's got to play without fouling.
Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really like. But his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor. It's isolated.
Come on. The year before he was drafted.
Spacing.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Dellavedova, the pass to Thompson. No good. Good D by South to Turner. From deep. And he gets the bucket. Turner's got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness. You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. Fast break. Here we go. From 11 feet away. Goes back up. And Boston with the rebound. Turner's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Smart wide open. He fires. And again, Boston with the triple.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that 3, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from LeBron.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Here's Bradley, and the rejection by Smith. He feeds it to Dellavedova. It's a pick by Love. Layup off the pick. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. For the Cavaliers, Mozgov. He's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Smith. Then for the Celtics, Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Johnson comes in for Jay Crowder. And Jerebko is subbed in for Marcus Smart. Here's Shumpert. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Celtics ball.
Celtics leading by 12. Johnson outside. And there's 1:45 left here in the third quarter. Turner dishes to Bradley. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. And he gets it to go. Bradley's got 8. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And that one's good.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Boston's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And it's going to go on Iman Shumpert. Well, taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down. Greg started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Irving's checked in. Thomas gets a wide open look. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. 9 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely given the defenders something extra to think about.
Feeds it to Olynyk. Johnson the screen. Three-pointer. The Celtics working the ball around now. And the shot is good. 11 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The drive by James Irving. The layup off target.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavaliers. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Iman Shumpert is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Fry in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. And he gets it to go.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Thomas against Irving. They set the pick. Shot off the screen. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And that's 13 points for Isaiah Thomas. Irving against Thomas. Cleveland gets it back. Here's Fry, and he uses the glass on the layup. Fry's got 4 points this quarter.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Now, here's Thomas. Shot on the wing. Here's Crowder. Kicks it to Smart. The tray. And the shot's good from Crowder. And the Celtics lead by 19.
Wow, what a special performance this guy's putting on from long range.
Well, that has been his shot today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And those midseason trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they played best midseason. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
And here is Irving. After Isaiah Thomas made that last three-pointer, there's a whistle and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's foul number 2 for him. The screen from Thompson. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Clearly a mental lapse and at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time, but it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
Now here's Smart. From 10 feet out, will not go. This is off the front iron. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And here is Thomas, following the three-pointer by Kevin Love.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals, given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage, and as a result, they've got a big lead.
And here is Irving after Jared Sullinger hitting. Now here's Thompson. Missed inside. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. Crowder kicks to Thomas. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Irving, and it's blocked. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Smart. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Irving drives in. Shumpert in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Celtics leading by 23. From deep, Thomas. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
And since the start of the fourth quarter, that three-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the three-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now here's Sullinger. Powered down with both hands.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
1:31 left here in the fourth quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Parkinson toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
Here's Shumpert, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Rebounded by the Celtics.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Now here's Crowder, covered by Smith. Shot by Crowder, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Irving passes to Shumpert. Love outside. Shot clock at 5. It's a pick by Love. Here's Shumpert. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And so the Celtics now can just hold on to the ball. Crowder dishes to Thomas. Over in the corner, Sullinger. Here's Thomas. From deep. Offline. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's move on to our joy. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny.